Welcome to the Mathematics MI channel. Today we are going to solve another interesting integral question. Show that integral from 0 to infinity x to the 2009 over 2009 factorial times e to the x minus 1 dx is equal to zeta of 2020. Well, how to begin? First I am going to take an integral. I am going to define an integral in is equal to 0 to infinity x to the n minus 1 over e to the x minus 1 dx. Okay, now our integral, I am going to take this is equal to j, and now we can write j is equal to 0 to infinity x to the 2020 minus 1 over 2019 factorial times e to the x minus 1 dx. And now we can write this 2019 factorial, we know constant, so we can write outside of the integral. So j is equal to 1 over 2019 factorial times, now we have 0 to infinity x to the 2020 minus 1 over e to the x minus 1. So we know this is I of 2020. Well, now I'm going to define the gamma function. We know gamma function, gamma of n, we can write gamma of n is equal to 0 to infinity x to the n minus 1 times e to the minus x dx. And also I am going to define a parameterization of the gamma function. So we can write gamma k of n is equal to 0 to infinity x to the n minus 1 times e to the minus kx dx. Now I'm going to use substitute method. So for this integral, now I'm going to take t is equal to k times x. Now differentiate, so dt is equal to k times dx. And now we can write gamma k of n is equal to, now limit, also t is equal 0 to infinity, so 0 to infinity. Now x is equal to, we know, t over k, so t over k to the n minus 1 power, and e to the minus kx is equal to t, so minus t. Now dx is equal to 1 over k dt. Then we can write 0 to infinity, here t to the n minus 1 times e to the minus t times, now here k to the minus n plus 1, and here k to the minus 1, so minus 1 and minus 1 plus 1 get cancelled, here dt. Now here k to the minus n, we know constant, so we can take outside of the integral, so 1 over k to the n 0 to infinity t to the n minus 1 times e to the minus t dt. Now this is familiar with us because we know this is equal to gamma of n, so we can write gamma k of n is equal to 1 over k to the n times gamma of n. Well, now I'm going to take the definition of zeta function. We know zeta of n is equal to infinite sum k is equal 1 to infinity 1 over k to the n. Now I'm going to multiply both sides by gamma of n, so we can write gamma of n zeta of n is equal to sum of k is equal 1 to n 1 over k to the n times gamma of n. Now we can write here this is equal to gamma of n times zeta of n is equal to sum of k is equal 1 to n 1 over k to the n times, now gamma of n we know k to the n over, sorry, gamma of n is equal to k to the n times gamma k of n. Now k n get cancelled, k to the n get cancelled, and now we can write here this is equal to sum of k is equal 1 to infinity. Now gamma k of n we know integral from 0 to infinity x to the n minus 1 e to the minus kx dx, and then we can write this is equal to 0 to infinity, now x to the n minus 1 sum of k is equal 1 to infinity here e to the minus x to the k plus 1 minus 1. I'm going to take plus 1 minus 1 because now I'm going to take k is equal to 0, so here dx. Now we can write this is equal to 0 to infinity x to the n minus 1 sum of k is equal 0 to infinity e to the minus x to the k minus 1 dx. Okay, then what can we do now? We can use geometric series of 1 over 1 minus x, so we can write gamma of n zeta of n is equal to 0 to infinity x to the n minus 1 1 over 1 minus e to the minus x minus 1 minus e to the minus x over 1 minus e to the minus x dx. Then we can simplify 0 to infinity x to the n minus 1 here 1 minus e to the minus x, now 1 minus 1 get cancelled, now plus e to the minus x dx, and again we can simplify 0 to infinity, here we can write x to the n minus 1 1 over e to the x minus 1 dx. Now this is familiar with us because 0 to infinity x to the n minus 1 over e to the x minus 1, here this is equal to I of n, so we can write now this is equal to I of n. Now we have gamma of n, zeta of n is equal to I of n. Now our integral j is equal to 1 over 2019 factorial I of 2020. Okay, now here we know 2019 factorial gamma of 2020 I of 2020. Now we can write gamma of 2020 times zeta of 2020. Now gamma of 2020 get cancelled and j is equal to zeta of 2020. Okay, this is the answer. If you like this video, please subscribe this channel. Thank you for watching.